Imagine if there was a fantasy portal from another world and an elf came through right now. You'd be like, you don't belong in this realm. This is a clear realm violation. If an orc came through, you'd be like, I just saw your colleague from the Enchanted Forest, the elf. What's going on here? This is unbelievable. This bit goes for 7 hours, by the way, so it's going to make Lord of the Rings look like a fucking TikTok. But yeah, I hope you're familiar with folklore, but imagine if there was a fantasy portal and a dwarf came through. You'd be like, yeah, we've already got you. Visiting or returning, like you'd have to check, you know, like customs, like Form 2Qs, like you're a resident or you're a tourist, you know, we've got to... Fantasy authors are crazy. It's the only mythological character that's just a regular dude. Like a dwarf in Narnia is a dwarf in Redfern. There's no difference. Do you think a wizard's ever hanging out with a dwarf? They're just looking at a crystal ball. He's like, yeah, you know there's a parallel universe where you can get the disability pension? I mean, you don't have to slay dragons for gold. They'll just give it to you. So, like, you can teleport, baby. But my parents, they're always trying to get me to go to, like, Othello, King Lear, Hamlet. And I'm like, no, I'm good at it. I can just get the train and see some meth head have the most hectic conversation on loudspeaker of just Shakespearean levels of paranoia and drama. You tried to poison me, you dog. I trusted you and you turned your back on me just as I was down. He's holding a skull, reminds me of my dad. It's a possum skull from an electrical incident, but it's the same vibe. He's with one of the witches from Macbeth, just whispering shit in his ear, getting them all riled up. He did betray you, stab him. Instead of a cauldron, she's got a Yui boom, just blasting Skrillex on the quiet carriage, making everyone uncomfortable. Don't you worry, child. There's a guy headbutting a payphone. Why have you forsaken me? They should tap all payphones, record all the conversations and release it as an audio book called Macbeth. Then maybe I could get some REM sleep. I haven't slept for 4 years. That's why this is happening. They come up to you out of the street, these characters. Slings and arrows of misfortune, nangs and durries cost a fortune. Meth heads are like bridge trolls because they speak in riddles and block your path. And if you don't solve them, you get hepatitis. They're like, you, me and 3 hobgoblins stole Mr. Magoo's wand, yes? And you're trying to calculate the best response that's going to minimise the situation. You're like, maybe if I participate in his version of reality, he'll appreciate that and let me pass into the gentrified zone. So I can go to Fishbowl. You're like, yeah, I remember. He's like, wrong, motherfucker. God damn it.